Hello everybody.
Hello everybody, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome back to another video. This is going to be a day in the life. It is going to be a vlog. It is a new one. I recently joined, actually only 2 or 3 days ago, I have joined the National Trust.
Instead of English Heritage this year?
That's right. As you know, you can watch them all down below. There's so many English Heritage vlogs. I've been a member of English Heritage, I think, for almost 2 years now. And
2 years in September.
Yeah, and we've been to a lot of places. And there's really only sort of a couple left on the list that we want to go to. Looking the other night at National Trust, and there was just so many to visit. So I have joined the National Trust for the next year.
It's a bit more expensive, isn't it?
A little bit more expensive. I feel like English Heritage is 69, or it could have gone up a couple of pounds, I'm not sure. National Trust was £99 for the year. But there's an awful lot of places to visit, including St Michael's Mount in Cornwall. That is National Trust. So today is our first visit to...
Drum roll, please.
A National Trust place, and it is... Go on, tell them, Atticus.
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll, go on, tell them.
Chartwell House, Winston Churchill's house where he raised his children.
Correct. Winston Churchill's home. Now, if you're thinking, Julie, you just visited Winston Churchill's home. Yeah, it is a bit confusing, and I was confused also, but Blenheim Palace was where Winston grew up.
It was his grandparents' home.
But not the house that he lived in with his family and brought his children up in. And that is where we're going today, Chartwell House. Somebody did actually message me, so thank you to you, about going to Chartwell House, because I'd never heard of it. I just presumed that he lived at Blenheim. It's also confusing, but there you go.
There's an exhibition as well.
There's an exhibition. It looks really, really pretty. So obviously I haven't got my membership card through yet, because I think I joined it a couple of days ago. So they've gave me a temporary membership card.
It was Wednesday.
Yeah, through email. I've also got a voucher to pick up our National Trust handbook, obviously. So that's going to have all the places we're going to visit.
Excited. Then we get a bit. If it said within like 2 weeks, wasn't it? You get something through the post.
Yeah, we get all the stuff through, and what it is, you don't have to pre-book actually to go to Chartwell, but what you do, the actual visitor centre opens at 10.
The car park opens at 9.
Yeah, and the house opens at 11. And what you do, you'll go to the visitor centre. Obviously I'll show my card, and then they'll give you a time slot that you go into the house. So we might get a time slot at 11, we might get it at 12, but there's all the gardens to look round, everything. So it's very early. I feel it's about 7:20. It's quite a drive. What is it, Atticus? Is
2 hours 15.
2 hours 15. So we are going to get on the road. I'm going to put petrol in. We will stop on the way. So come with us to Chartwell House in Kent. Let's go.
It's on the edge of Kent.
It's on the edge of Kent. We have arrived at our first National Trust visit.
As a member.
As a member.
Because we did go to St Michael's Mount, didn't we?
We did go to St Michael's Mount, but we weren't members then. Right, so it's 10 to 11, so it's a little bit later, but we did stop at the services, and it was a very busy services. I also spoke to Anastasia on the phone. I haven't spoke to her in a while. But we are here now. I got free parking because I'm a member. Normally parking here will be, if you're not a member, it will be £4.40, I believe. But because they'd sent me a temporary membership card, obviously, because I only joined a few days ago, and my proper card's going to come through the post, I tried to scan the barcode on the parking machine. It wouldn't scan, so I just went into the visitor centre. They give me a bit to put on my car, so obviously if you're a member you don't pay for parking. And then we went in to book our time slot for the house, because I think I mentioned the only thing you have to book, everything else you can walk around at your leisure, the gardens, the lakes, everything. But the one thing you do have to book a time slot for is to go inside the house. So we just went and done that. We've got a time slot for 12 o'clock, which is great. And then look at these.
And you have 10 minutes to get there.
Yeah, we've got to arrive at the front door of the house between 12 and 12:10. And we just thought like we'd get a receipt or something like that to prove our time slot. You don't just get a receipt, you get one of these. So basically they're like this: you are invited to the house to follow in the footsteps of one of Churchill's most frequent guests. So this one was Violet. Violet was a lifelong friend and admirer of Churchill. She was renowned for being an excellent public speaker. I'm going to take that one, that's my card. And then Atticus is Field Marshal Montgomery. He was a respected and admired commander in the British Army, also a close friend of Churchill. I think they're a really nice souvenir. Out the car, we're going to pop to the gift shop so we can pick up the handbook. I had a choice whether I wanted it sent through the post or to pick up at one of the sites. So over there is the restaurant, cafe, toilets, and that's the visitor centre. Salted caramel spread. Oh my god. We've got sweets. Oh look, they do chocolate, Atticus. National Trust chocolate. Ginger fudge. I think because obviously with English heritage there's the badges what Atticus collects, but obviously what National Trust do, it's a visitor's passport. So I guess if I put it on here and show you, you get a stamp. I guess there must be a different stamp at each site. So Mummy will get you that, Atticus. Yeah, you can get a stamp at each site, can't you? Like in the National Trust gift shop. Key ring. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
All the Churchill stuff. Here we go. There he is. Do you want a mug with him? Look, there he is. Do the ginger cat. So obviously the Churchill family always requested that a ginger cat be at residence at Chartwell. So this is all the ginger cat merch. Atticus, look. Oh, look. Ginger cat earrings. Oh, ginger cat necklace. Biscuits. We're in the cafe. We picked up our National Trust handbook, which we get free with the membership. And Atticus is telling me we have this thing that we notice on like a lot of TikTok, YouTube, I don't know, whatever, that a lot of creators are doing this. Show us, Atticus. What's that with the fingertips on something?
It's a new thing.
It's a new thing, anyway.
There's a few in Northamptonshire.
It's quite a few, is there?
They're not ruined.
That aren't ruins. Well, that's good. That's progress.
This is the cleanest water.
Atticus had bottled water because we didn't realise, actually, I didn't realise till after I'd paid for that there was the water machine. And what I really like, they do ice. So an exhibition as well. So free water, just the same as English heritage. I have gone for my standard cup of tea and a cheese scone.
Does this look like a milkshake?
Is it nice water?
Yeah.
But as I said to Atticus, now we know they do ice cold water in nice clean glasses with straws. I will not be buying any more of that. He will be having this. And why is it I always have a scone at every English heritage?
Because you love
and
scones.
Now it will be every National Trust because it's just the done thing, isn't it? It's such an English thing. Look at the size of this. I've never seen anything like this. Look at the size of each leaf. What the hell? It's making me laugh. I was trying to imagine this in our little garden.
No, it'd fill the whole garden up. It wouldn't even be able to.
That's because it's all down there.
I know, you'd have to demolish the fence, build it like that down to the park. And then
Oh, look. It's a Japanese cedar. It is amazing. And it was planted, look.
In 1852.
Thought to be planted in 1852. We're about to enter the house. If you didn't hear me before, this is the house where he actually lived with his wife and brought his children up. So this was like his real family home, whereas Blenheim, where we went, and you can watch the Blenheim Palace vlogs below, he was born there. Yeah, and I was reading as well before, Winston paid the massive sum of £5,000 for this house. No, it's not bad at all.
4 pussycat in the first room. Cockerel really nicely. Some of them are very high up and some are low down. And some are ask the grown-ups. Yeah.
Come out of her sitting room, which was there, what we've just come out of, and she had this terrace. Just look. Just look.
That's London over there, where all the big skyscrapers.
Is it Atticus?
Yeah, that's London. Can you see all the big skyscrapers?
Yeah, very much in the distance. Yeah, I can see them.
That's London.
Wow, look. Looking for
Is it a chicken?
We're in room 2 and he's looking for a cockerel. Yeah, look a bit like a chicken. So if you see if you can see that.
Is that
Oh, I can see it so very clearly, Atticus.
Oh, there.
See it? There's the cockerel on the table. And King George. Yeah.
And they signed it.
Oh, I know.
Queen Elizabeth has been here as well.
Look, there's, yeah. Room we were looking for walrus, and we found it just down there.
Oh, this was taken.
Now is where all his secretaries work. So here was his secretaries' desks. Look, Atticus. Look, this is where they'd type all his letters, what he wanted doing, and look, and then round here. I wonder why this one's covered up, but this one
That might
isn't.
not be the real thing, this probably.
But that one probably. You can hear the typing noise. Oh look, this must have been one of the secretaries. Oh my god. Atticus, come here. This is how phones used to be. come out the house now, that was so good. You liked it, didn't you, Atticus?
Yeah.
It had the feel of a real family home, which is what it was. Completely different feel to like Blenheim, and like you just said, didn't you?
Yeah.
It was full of things that, like, how Atticus put it, it was full of things that, like, we'd use. And yeah, that's right, because it was their family home.
I didn't keep the thing today. I got 2 tens.
Yeah. You reckon you're not spending your money in the gift shop, didn't you?
Because there's only a cat.
Yeah, he was looking for, obviously, because you know by now Atticus likes to get a teddy that says the place where we've visited on it, and his bed is just absolutely full of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
In so many places. But we looked in the gift shop earlier, and there was actually no teddy, but there was one of the ginger cats. You know, it's
And
like,
guess how much it was?
is it 18?
quid.
So he doesn't know whether he wants
paying
to
that, I ain't paying
whether he
that.
wants to pay that. So yeah,
But on Amazon, I could get that same that cat for like 2 quid.
really good. And what I loved, he clearly loved his painting, Winston. He says, like, references in there, it says it saved him. You know, he couldn't have done the job he done if it wasn't for his painting. Which brings us on to the next place we're going to go to, his painting studio, which is just around there. Over here, these buildings, so the house is behind me here, the main house, what we just went in, and then them buildings over here, one belongs to the head gardener, and then one is his painting studio. So we're going to go to them now, and then we're going to get a drink, and we have to. But look, just look at these gardens, look. Amazing. Look, and all that over there. Black swans. You never very often see black swans, Atticus.
Huh?
You never very often see black swans. Going back up to get a few photos back at the house. We're just going to walk back up to the house, have one last look at the gardens, and we just saw this plant I showed you earlier with the absolutely massive leaves. It's from Brazil, and it was originally planted in the 40s by the Churchills. Just look.
Yeah.
It's grown a lot since the 40s. I wonder how big it was when they first planted it, Atticus.
Tiny.
Look, I mean, look.
So originally from Brazil,
From Brazil, so you can sort of see why it would be like that from Brazil.
Fun fact, you know in London the sewers, they're only built that because of the Great Stink of 1867, I believe, and it was like 50 degrees, and it made all the river heat up, and it made all the sewage stink. Then they built the Thames sewage way.
Tell you, this boy is a fact machine, ain't you, darling?
Yeah.
He teaches me so much what I don't know. It's mad. You clever boy. Sitting chilling under this beautiful like archway in the shade. It is so pretty, as you would have seen from the clips. It's lovely. It's warm but without the sun. It's just amazing. This place is so pretty. First, like, what's it called? National Trust. I keep going to say English Heritage.
But it's definitely not.
And I'm really, really impressed, actually. Really impressed. Plus, there's free parking if you've got the membership. Free water, iced water. There was that bucket of ice, which on a warm day, that's what you want. Really lovely, well kept place. All the staff super polite, super helpful. So for our first National Trust visit, super impressed, and I can't wait. The handbook we picked up is absolutely full of places. It's silly to, because obviously I've paid for National Trust, which is £100 a year, and we've also got the yearly passes to Blenheim, which I bought the other day. So I am, come September, my English Heritage membership runs out, so I'm not going to renew that, because we were saying really the only other two main English Heritage that we haven't been to is Osborne House on the Isle of Wight, and I just said, well, if we go Isle of Wight, I'll just pay to get in there, and the other one was Dover Castle, which we're not super fussed about. Handbook that we picked up earlier is absolutely just full. There's just hundreds and hundreds of sites. There's places near us as well. Look forward to lots of National Trust vlogs in the future. English Heritage was great, but I feel we've done the main ones now.
And some Blenheim
And also Blenheim Palace as well, because I was looking at the Halloween event we're going to go to, and obviously Christmas as well. So there's all them vlogs coming up. Also send me your comments as well on National Trust sites that you've been to that are good, because I really like your recommendations, you know.
They recommended Rest Park.
Yeah, yes you did.
It was half on English, not English Heritage, Blenheim Palace, because we were talking about it.
Yeah.
And
then someone messaged me about this place. So yeah, thank you for that. So we are going to pop now, get some water, go to the gift shop, and we will drive home. Currently sitting outside the cafe, and it is currently 3:30, and we are going to head home. We're having a final drink.
it's a 3 hour 7 minute drive.
3 hours 7 minute drive. I've got a latte to keep me going. The coffee's really good at National Trust. Bonus. It's got his milk. We've got iced water, and we will be good to go. I hope you have enjoyed our first National Trust visit. We have thoroughly enjoyed it. We've just got a long drive home, 3 hours. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye.